Okay, hello. I'll be reviewing my gameplay today. So I'll be reviewing my freelance games first from the previous base session. So here I'll be starting. You see we have high tide for the first wave. Made sure we killed everything so that nothing's on the loose. Here I decided to only flick the steel hit once because I already saw that the other player was looking at it and knew that he was going to shoot it. In freelance, I typically reflect the torpedoes at the drizzlers whenever I can, instead of trying to make them jump closer to basket. Nearly got killed by the missile there. I saw it at the last second. And we win. So here we have two scrappers coming from left. I try to get closer to them so that they both aggro me, instead of going after the other teammates that are down there. Here I this way to make them come to basket, hopefully. I this way a lot on this session, just to keep everyone on their toes and to make sure they keep moving around so that they're not stuck in one place the entire game. Here we win so we can skip forward a little. Another high tide with explosive. Kaiser Stokey, if that's how you spell your name. Or pronounce it, not spell. I'm just reviewing some gameplay. Or my own gameplay from before. Like usual, making sure I get the reflect on the drizzler. Here it's wave 3, so I just decide to stingray the flyfish. Another way, just because it's convenient. Yeah, the next priority is the steel head. 1v1, so let's skip forward. Here we had a Drizzler at the far side. This guy was kind enough to hold down the lift for us. Here we decided to just kill the eel at the lift, instead of making it go all the way around and leaving a boss on the field. Also kill the stupid, so that it's just not stuck there the entire game. I came here because they dissuade, but they end up throwing the bomb in the same launcher anyway, so it didn't really make a difference. Here I go after the Stinger as the Waller because there's not much Salmonids here spawning. If there were a lot more like maybe an eel and a bunch of Quahawks, I wouldn't have gone after it alone as the Waller. Skip forward. This time we have the blow blocker, however you say it. That was some lag. Right, this is already looking to be a problem, so I stingray the Stinger and get the full fly fish. I decide not to go and raid the crippled fly fish because the full fly fish basically does more on its own because it has both launchers active. Here I get the reflex. Because the torpedoes from this side are often ignored, and that's usually why there's a lot of rain at basket. So it's better to just kill them down there. Most of the time anyway. Here we are the ones who are not that concerned. Yes, the finally review. Because I mentioned it a long time ago. By that I mean like a few days ago. But that's a long time to me. And I also worded my tweet about it that way too. So I thought, yeah, I'm just gonna call it finally review. Yeah, there was 2 eels, so I just decided to kill off one of them, so that they don't cause too much of a problem coming up. Yes, that's what I call broken consistency. Yeah, luckily we get to lure the scrappers up. That was dangerous. Exploser is really slow at escaping Mars. Here is looking like a good time to raid, and there it is. The eel is the priority. Yeah, just chill because we won. And skip forward. You did it again, huh? And what happens here? We can see that the Waller is just standing here. He knows what's up. Don't ignore the torpedo. making sure I have sight on what's happening while shooting. After a certain time of day, I tend to get Japanese players more often. So in a way I get both North American and Japanese players. Yes, I'm West Coast. Yeah, I know the Drizzler is on me and possibly the eel, so I position myself to get the Drizzler, make the eel go up the back. So there, I know I still hit once with an indirect. I keep that in mind. Here, another indirect on a different steelhead. But we already won, so it doesn't really matter. But it's good to keep a mental note, right? Obligatory painting the lift at the end of the wave. More explosive. I'm more interested in looking at the explosive, if I'm being honest. Because you can do quite a few things with it. Take the Marzygle and the Scrapper. Here I tried to shoot up to get the fall-off shot on the Kohawk below because I knew it was traveling that way. Yeah, instead of putting the egg in, I decided to go for the stinger because I have the best weapon for it. And stay for the fly fish. Help that guy out. There's the this way to make everyone count the basket. For the final push. And we win. Oh, what happened here? Nice exploding from the freelancer. Couldn't reach the torpedo. Doesn't matter that much anyway. Oh yeah, I know what happens here. That little bit of ink stopped me from climbing. And so here I was like, should I stay by the lift and when they come back they revive me, or should I go all the way to the middle? Here's looking like a good way, and there it is. I don't know if I was the one who got the head, this head, but that was cool, regardless. That needed to be taken out. Here, didn't want to spend time waiting for 2 bombs. Here was one of those, that was one of those moments where I was like, I have enough time to survive the remaining of the stinger. By the time it ends, it won't kill me. Is that the catchphrase now? Yeah, this was meh. Because it gets killed down there anyway. Should have seen that coming. So yeah, Drizzler, get the port. But the propeller. Also should have seen that coming. And this looks pretty bad. Not really. Anytime now when I see a scrapper near the lift that I have to go up, I get kinda nervous. Because of what just happened earlier. There we win. Why did I do that? Don't know why I looked there. Maybe I was checking for Mars? Or another boss that's spawning there? Here. It's becoming a mosh pit of eggs, but I don't really care. Well, not that I don't really care. It's more like, it's better that we just kill them there, instead of keeping them alive there and getting all messy. Yep, should have seen that coming. So here I see the Mars go down, but the thing is, I don't see the Mars going after them still, so I should have assumed that the Mars was right below, ready to attack. I'd say this is looking sorta dangerous because there's 2 full fighters in the effect, but we have all of these eggs already. And Stingray was used. So yeah, we already won. Take the Mars back, because they already got the 3 eggs. 2 stingers, next priority. Where's the next spawns though? Get them and immediately turn around. I hear an eel, there it is. There's a this way to make them come back. Kinda surprised the scrapper didn't go after me. Wonder if there's something to that. Here I think I tried to get the eel kill, but it was too early there. Yeah, it probably was. Yeah, that was pretty cool. We won. So first boss confirmed to be Scrapper, and just kill it right there. Second is Eel. It should be changing by now, the direction. So that's another Eel. Yeah, just kill it by the left. Because two eels coming up at once is kinda dangerous. And another one spawns anyway. Oh no. I think this is the game I DC. It's probably this game. I remember I had blah 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 when I DC'd. I'm on Wi-Fi. Yeah, this was pretty cool, using the full range of blah blah blah. I clipped it, but I didn't actually post it online, because I knew I was going to use this as review, and it would be shown in the review anyway. Well, yeah. There's another hit kill, but with blah blah blah. And I didn't clip that either. Yep, here's the DC. And the stingrays flew there because it was still in the water. Here, they got the good kill with the fly fish. That guy threw a bomb over the scrappers, that was cool. Yeah, we should probably kill this one, but too late by then. Don't know why I suddenly switched targets there. I probably could have killed the right steelhead first, and then the other steelhead as it was charging, or not charging, starting to attack. Get the stinger out of the way. Oh yeah, we won. I didn't even realize. Yes, again, another Japanese hobby. Yes, indeed, very lucky. Or not really. I've noticed there's different problems between NA players and the typical Japanese players. No, I don't. I know like a couple things. And that was a decent. Always good to see the decent. Here, steelhead's gotta be killed. I go after this one because I see them shooting the other one. Here, I suspect the Mars is on me based on distance. Shoot up against the drizzler. We already won though, so it doesn't really matter. I think I'm gonna skip the waves like Mothership and Rush because they're pretty simple. Maybe not actually, they're simple to me, but maybe not everyone. Well, I expect Mothership to be. Yeah, Mothership is free. Unfortunate that the torpedo gets blocked by basket easily. Another one. Literally another one. the eel blocked my splashdown. I didn't splashdown for the steelheads, I splashed for the drizzler. Because I expected the jet to kill them. Here, the eel is the biggest problem. So yeah, we won. At that point, I didn't really care about the steelheads because they'd just be standing there. But the eel can still be after us and blocking the eggs. And we could use the basket as cover anyway from the steelhead bombs. Look down to see if there's any missiles landing below. And this is already bad. Yep. Basically, if there's a scrapper nearby and you're gonna climb a wall, don't climb the wall. This is already looking disorganized. Here, I'm pretty sure I bomb rush against the drizzler. Wasn't necessary though, because the roller can one cycle, although it's pretty strict. This mothership? Nope, cannons. Oh yeah, the fall off revives. I basically do that if I don't want to do a fall off bomb. Or not fall off bomb. I don't think there's like an official term for it. Basically you throw the bomb up in the air in advance, and then by the time it lands and explodes, the lifesaver would be up. Don't know how my cannon shot missed though. At this point, I'm not really concerned because you have all these eggs and quota's not that high. Yep, we won. Would probably be better to kill the eel by lift, and they did anyway. Gonna prioritize Spyfish as explosive. Yep. Go for the farther eggs, and they can run the other eggs. I've already reviewed this entire thing on my own, but right now I'm just streaming it. Same for every other session I recorded. That was pretty cool. Throw the bomb on the eel so that it deflects the torpedo. Yeah, right now my streaming schedule is pretty inconsistent. I can't even call it a schedule. So if I only did reviews when I stream it, then that would be really inefficient. So it's less. And I have roller, so it's basically free. There's the fall off revive again. What's uncommon? The reviewing every session? Recorded session at least. Well, I figure if I'm gonna record it, but not upload it to YouTube, or stream it, I might as well review it. And that's how you get better anyway. As long as you know what needs to be done, and what you could do better. Yeah, I have a theory why this inkjet was used. You saw the connection interrupted, or right there, the connection is unstable. I think that player was about to die with aggro, but they inkjetted to ensure that they don't get killed while they're getting their connection interrupted. So yeah, that's my little theory. And mothership week. Oh wait, no, let's not skip the first half. That player who used the inkjet may have been on the mentality that if they die, the whole wave will probably be lost, so they inkjetted it. Here you can see it with the exploser from the top, if you time it right. Well, I have exploser, so that explains it. Don't wanna skip exploser. I don't know what exactly my connection is. I mean, I have an Ethernet connection, but I'm not sure if that's what you're referring to. My Switch, I'm playing my Switch connected to Wi-Fi. I don't have a LAN adapter or anything. Here I managed to get the back shot. Again, you can see I clipped it, but I didn't post it on Twitter. Because I had this review planned, and you'd see it in the review anyway. Yeah, I don't have a LAN adapter. So I guess my Switch connection is Wi-Fi. It probably is, because not everyone's gonna watch the review and the entire thing anyway, right? But then I don't want to put too many clips at once on my Twitter, because that can get a bit spammy. It's not really viewership I'm after. It's more like, oh, maybe this will be useful to someone, so I'll post it. You mean that I can get more people to see it and it could help them? Yeah, the reach. There's also some personal bias, maybe not bias, but some things that are normal to me can be pretty special to other people. Like, earlier you were talking about the steelhead kill with the explosive and the blah blah blah. I didn't clip those. I thought it was pretty normal. Well, at the time I did it anyway. It was like, yeah, that was cool. Not really with the clip though. And a lot of things I've already clipped on my Twitter. So I'm not sure about that. Maybe I can retweet some of my old clips instead of posting entirely new ones when the time comes. Like, for example, if this rotation right here was the next rotation, I'd retweet some clips that could help with that specific rotation. I find seeking in freelance on Bay to be pretty easy. Even if the freelancers manage to open the basket brushes. At this point I'm not that concerned. Even if we only got like 3 eggs out of the goatee. Because we have time to search for another one. This way in advance so that they know to get there. And you can see the roller was already on it. At this point we already won. And here I got the Mars. I see that person going after Stinger. And I noticed the Mars. The boss power-up is getting pretty bad. If you're wondering why that steelhead was killed with only 2 directs from Rapid Blaster Pro, it's because the bomb from the Fly Fish basket probably touched it and got the extra 30 damage needed. Why did I clip that? Oh, it was because I redirected a different Drizzler's torpedo into another Drizzler. But I didn't post it. It is a common theme of this review. Well, this session. If you're East Coast, do you sometimes get EU players? European? Yeah, you probably can't, since it's both English-speaking countries. At least, I don't know. The names will probably be English most of the time, at least in this game. I can't tell the difference between NA and Australian players either. Yeah, womanized characters, that's the thing. Here I wanted to also get the scrapper, but it was off. Dodging Mars with the ray. Good ray opportunity right there. Yeah, I thought it was gonna be good because I can kill 2 bosses at the same time and possibly a third with it. Yeah, I feel like the second way is the most expected kind. You can argue that here would have been better because there's 2 flyfish and a stinger. But because of the previous ways, I think we already won, so it doesn't matter. We don't have to panic about getting those last bosses. Yeah, that's the thing. Gotta maintain the control. Because it's harder to get back the control. Yeah, you always gotta make sure that every teammate knows it's low tide. That's why this way. Usually if I see all 3 jumping down in like the first 3 seconds, then I don't this way. Because they don't need to hear it, they already know. There's another one, Goldie. The luck is carrying over from the last fog. Here, instead of reflecting the torpedo, I just point it towards the sea so that it doesn't actually harm basket. Here, we already won because fog is pretty easy. Even if you get a 1 egg Goldie, that's 1 less dangerous boss to deal with. Because instead of the Goldie, a stinger could have spawned in a normal wave. A stinger or a flyfish, that sort of thing, that can cause more damage. This way for the flyfish. A second flyfish. So, you see, I see this guy on the right with the explosive, so I go for the left basket and they get the right one. And it works out this time. I wanted to get the cool fall-off shot on the eel, but it didn't work. I missed. Yeah, this is probably a dumb idea. I could have let the Mars go on the player already going towards basket, and then go for the 4 threats as blah blah blah. Because here you can see they already piled up. So yeah, this wave was kinda rough because of that one decision. Here the eels are the most dangerous thing, so I splash down. You don't want them around for too long and tangling up. Because the third one also came, which would have been unfortunate if the other 2 hadn't been killed by them. Yeah, I missed the explosion shot, which is unfortunate. Not unfortunate, unskilled. Because the eel was still in play for a pretty long time. Longer for my taste, anyway. Pretty unskillful plays with the explosion. Try to lure the two scrappers while taking care of the spyfish. Spyfish, go after it. Not going after it for some reason. Could have one-cycled it, but I didn't go after it for some reason. Here I didn't shoot the white basket after I missed because I expected the way to kill it, and it did. Here's where things got a little messy. There I thought, okay, we just need 2 eggs. That person will probably get it in. But they didn't. They only got 1 egg in somehow. Not sure what happened there. Okay, so this was a disconnect game. A 3-man game, I mean. So here I see the teammate is already looking by the Mars, so I decided to just go ahead instead of waiting to bomb. I was hoping to grab the Mars, but they killed it anyway, which is fine, because the quota is quite low due to it being 3-man. Here the Flyfish and Stinger should be my top priority as explosive. I see 1 person has died, so I go back instead of trying to get the Flyfish. Yeah, I miss. I managed to get both the basket and the stinger at the same time, which was nice. Regarding how I got my mechanical skills, I don't remember exactly, which may sound like an odd thing to say. You think I know how I got good, because I said all that stuff. But I'm pretty sure the stuff I said about learning, practicing, and playing is how I got good. No, I don't think it's just raw gameplay. I mean, it helps, but not as much as other methods. I say that raw gameplay isn't enough, or not as good as other methods, because there's players who play like over 1,000 hours and still play like, you know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah, that's more like it, JX. There are also times where I do some practice in the shooting drill, or not the shooting drill, the training room. I'm like, okay, I want to test this thing out with this weapon, so I'm gonna do it in the training room. Here I see 1 person has gone down, and I expect the other person to, so I bomb rush. And then I leave because that's pretty bad. I can't easily kill it with Steelhead and bomb rush. Sometimes I squid bag when I'm swimming away from missiles. I don't know why. It's kind of a habit I've developed out of nowhere. I think there's a few of those things I do where I just do it out of habit for no reason. I know the eel is on me, so I try to kind of route it around. Here I was hoping for the fly fish to be prioritized by the Exmosher. So yeah, this is looking like a bad foul up already. Even though they've never reached it to basket yet. Here I wanted to bomb both steelheads at once so that they can be one shot later. I didn't expect it to get this out of hand though. No, I don't practice SR weapons in PvP. Because I think SR and PvP are both different monsters. So yeah, here I've already decided that the steelhead closest to basket is the key thing to winning. And here you can see we won because of it. I've said this in a tweet before, but I don't think everyone has seen it. But back to the learning, practice, and play stuff. So sometimes in SR, or before, not so much right now, but when there was a lot for me to learn, I'd look up a specific technique. Well, not look up, if I saw a specific technique that I didn't know and wanted to practice, I'd be like, I want to do that. So I go into freelance and try to practice it as much as possible. And it's even more important to do that because the weapons are constantly changing. If it's a weapon specific or stage specific technique, then you gotta do it whenever possible. Because we don't know when that weapon will appear again. I mean, we do now because of the site that's available that has all the future rotations, but I didn't know that before. Yeah, there was a time where my Twitter was basically flooded with eel bombs to kill steelheads. That was when I was practicing that specific technique. Every other tweet would be eel bomb, bomb the eel to kill the head, that sort of stuff. I don't really do tweets like that anymore because it's basically the same thing. By the same thing, I mean it's the same technique over and over again. I think people get it by now. But that goes back to what you said earlier about spreading the information. Nice survival. Wait, what happened? I probably should pay attention more. Oh yeah, that was pretty risky, I shouldn't have done that. When I had low ink, that is. Here, got pushed off by Scrapper because I hit it with the roller. We already won, so I just wanted to try out the double roller pots. And that's the thing as well, like, I try to find practice whenever I can. Here I tried out the eel grates even though it didn't matter. And I also clipped it, but I didn't post it because of the same reasons I said before. At the end of waves, I try to practice stuff, if possible. How come, JX? Because of the width of the pots changes? Possibly so. But I've managed to do single or double pots consecutively before while standing still, so I'm not sure about that. Yeah, I have to test it out. Here I think I do the thing again, yeah, and I get the double with it. Well hey, you can clip it on Twitch now. I don't know how clipping works. Here I try out the eel thing, but it doesn't work out. There's something I wanted to say, but I forgot what it was. Yeah, that was kind of him. I should pay attention to the gameplay more. Because I keep missing stuff and forgetting things. Here I don't go for the eggs because... yeah, too far. Need to go. Didn't think the stew head would trigger from that far. So sometimes I just don't go for far eggs because stuff is needed to be done elsewhere. This is kind of a bad example because I wasted some time. I'm pretty sure that player knows what they're doing, but I throw a bomb anyway. Just in case. And I know I won't be needing the bomb afterwards. So it's way free, just use special. Make sure the ray isn't on the stingray, but they got killed anyway. Everyone. So yeah, I have the scrapper now. So that was a pretty good split in freelance. That the other three handle one boss, and then I take the other boss to basket. Here, these eggs are basically free to pick up. That guy waited for me, so that was good. So this is already looking good. There's this mothership. Let's skip. High tide. No. It looks like these guys know what they're doing. Kind of. Okay, so that's something to keep in mind. The spearhead will keep continuing up despite a player jumping down from the lift if you're closer to it, up above. Here I bomb us because might as well wait through. And I was out of ink anyway, so that would be time wasted waiting for the Mars. Here I should have just tagged it. That's something to keep note of. Just getting hit by the scrapper doesn't take aggro. And that eel I killed under the weight, I thought it was at full health, so that's why it was killed early. And we won. Or this seeking. I feel like I can skip seeking too. Yeah, I was going for the Great Egg because I wanted to try to get that down. I wanted to practice it. Basically, if there's no harm in practicing something, I just practice it. Yeah, I didn't this way because I had blah blah blah, and the Goldie was already tiny, so I knew I could solo it. And the quota isn't that high anyway, so it's not like we needed a ton of eggs a basket. Hi Avery. So pretty average start too. Yeah, right this way because we're kind of behind on things. Here I decided to jet because 3 consecutive fly fish and we have 3 eggs only. So here I didn't shoot at the stinger because I knew I was out of range, so I just shot at the eel instead. There was no point to shooting the stinger if it can't reach. And that fly fish respawned, I think. I gotta get rid of this power up because they'd be stuck here for a while. Here, take the Mars. This way for good measure. And we won. So yeah, finally got to see a special used before wave 2. I find it easier to deflect the torpedo when it's more to the right, but that was a bad example because it shot more to the left anyway. Here I jet because I'm roller. Kill the still hit anyway. Might as well. While I'm here, just kill the fighters. 2 drizzlers, that's alright. And there's a mouse on me, so I go back. Kinda messy spawns. Can't really do much as the roller. My gun must have fell in the water there, because I didn't hear an explosion. It worked out in the end. Looks like we have double fighters. Here, same logic as last time. The exploser was on the left, so I went for the right launcher. Here, I wanted to get the eel damage with the bomb and kill the lessers or damage them. So yeah, more flyfish. Fun to see. I'm pretty sure I saw a stinger on the other side, but I went for these eggs. Oh no, this is the moment where I redirected the torpedo in another drizzler. So yeah, I don't know what I clicked that other time. Must have been something obscure I was thinking about before. Okay, here I climbed up despite there being a scrapper because I knew the scrapper was going behind instead of toward me. Yeah, I was trying to see if the steel hit could trigger from there, but it didn't. I don't know how it triggered from all the way there though. At this point, I expect the scrapper to be lured up by that one person. And I think it was. Not sure if that was a lift lure or a normal lure, because that was pretty fast. Yeah, this way because we need to start circulating from and to basket. Yeah, I'm more focused on eggs because it's the later half of the week. Less concerned of slaying at this point. If I were to generalize a wave, it's to maintain control in the first half and eggs in the second half? Maybe? I don't know. It depends. You have to keep control so the second half is easy to win the game. I always paint that specific wall at night because of rush. Sometimes there's eggs at the bottom, and that's the quickest way up if the lift is already up. Yeah, you can do that. Oh yeah, here. I noticed that there's no snatcher going for this egg. And I don't know why. The snatcher isn't going for that egg for the longest time. Maybe it's because the snatcher has to go up the ship first and then drop down there for that specific egg, instead of coming from the sides like normal. Here you can see me painting the wall like I said before. Okay. Double skip. You could see briefly I was choosing with the left blaster. I usually leave an extra bomb to deal with lessers and stuff as I'm leaving the scene. Like right there you saw me throw a bomb. Because by the time I reached basket, I would have regenerated enough ink for another bomb. Bombs are just easy things you don't need to be committed to. You can just throw them and be done with it. Yeah, not that concerned because we already won. By that I mean we got quota. More mothership. Yes, it's the motherlode of motherships. I suspect that eel is on me. My plan was to route it around basket so that it ends up close to basket at a certain point. So you can see I got the head off, but I didn't clip it, as JX would say. Wait, what was the actual question? Oh look, another hit point. Yes, indeed. Yeah, after a certain point it just becomes normal. So that was a weird moment. Sometimes I end up don't shooting with Explosion simply because of the timing. I used to use it back when I played with a player called Buccino, or I think right now he's referred to as Buccio, when I used to be active in SOS. Nowadays I don't use it. I mean, if I were asked to test something in ISO, I'd probably join in on it, because I still have it set up. here we have some deja vu. Double fly fish at this place. Yeah. BTO. Yeah, the freelancer used away, so we don't have to worry about that poor stinger. And also an internet. Yeah, I tried to do the one bomb one shot with the rapid blaster, but I end up messing up the bomb. Yeah, I imagine it would be a good tool. Because of the obvious, you can replay certain seeds and see what can be done better by replaying. That as well, the new stack that isn't available every rotation. You're gonna make a tutorial. It's gonna be like Grisco worker guide for this thing. Yeah, I've noticed that with stuff relating to technology or digital stuff, people think it's really hard. Or tend to think it's really hard, but it's not. Yeah, they also don't try. Just because it sounds hard. Kinda glad I built my computer. Because you think, oh, building a computer sounds really hard, but I decided to go for it because I hear that's the better option, or more efficient option anyway, than buying an already built computer. Yeah, I built it. By build, I mean buying each separate part and assembling it. That's what it means, right? Yeah, I managed to build my PC on the first try. I didn't have to go through troubleshooting. It took me like several hours though because I was double checking every step. I should be focusing on the review more. We're kinda just watching gameplay blindly. So the graphics card, I have a GTX 1660. I bought it before the Super variant came out, so that was a bit of unfortunate timing, but for my needs, it's not that catastrophic. For the chip, I have AMD Ryzen 5, I think, 1600. Yeah, I used YouTube and maybe a couple articles to help me build my PC, and it was pretty easy. At that point, it was just following instructions. You can see it here again, I paint this specific wall at night. so it's Squillers. Haven't seen that yet. Despite building my own PC, I'm not that versed in the technology world. I don't think I know that much. So killing the Gwiller in a safe spot. I think these players already know what they're doing. They just happen to not be able to get a stun here. But they seem to know they'll do it. I see the Gwiller is heading this way, so I drop down. Kinda uninteresting Gwillers. Why did I throw a bomb? I have explosive. Wanted to see if I can do a bit of damage with explosive to the Mars, but it doesn't, so I just bomb it instead. Why not bomb it? I just don't do it anymore. Okay, you could see I wanted to go for the Great Eel, but it was killed before then. For me, it's usually like, oh look, an opportunity, let's do it. But that time I couldn't. After this session, I think I'll move on to overfishing. Because I have a few of those. Sometimes when there's like, when I'm stuck in ink just a little bit, I squid bag out of it. Not sure if that actually does anything. It's one of those habits that don't really do much. Yeah. I tried it again, but I failed. So yeah, here's the way. So I can kill the drizzler and the flyfish at the same time. So here's another way to declutter that way. A way to declutter that way. Here, I expected the Mars to be on me after the inkjet, because after a certain point, if the Mars is under the inkjet, it'll switch aggro, I think. So I was expecting that. Up, while Brother on West, basically a win. Each loss basically equals 4 chum dead, because each bubble is 60 damage, I think. I think that's 2 or 3 sloshes to the Guardian instead too. So yeah, we can skip this because it's easy. Stinger, gotta go after that. I wonder how much damage that slight indirect did. I ended up hitting the Drizzler and it still hit the Stewhead. But that's not an actual indirect, that's a smaller indirect. Yeah, you could see I was eager to do the eel grape trick, but it turned too late for the Stewhead one cycle. Oh yeah, the wall shot, that's what I was referring to. I don't know how much damage that actually does. So we won this, so let's get low tide finally. It's been on normal tide so far. Well, in the last maybe half an hour or so. Yeah, I can see my teammates backing off, so I don't shoot. Although I probably could with the explosive range behind the scupper. Here, instead of trying to brute force through the lessers to get the eggs there, I go for the side that the Steelhead was just killed, because there's no lessers coming from there. I think this technique can be applied to overfishing as well, where you go to one side that bosses aren't spawning from anymore to get eggs. Of course it becomes a problem when the bosses are coming from one side all the time. So here kinda you won, so it doesn't really matter. That first way I could have moved down a little more to hit the scrapper while killing the flyfish. So I'll leave a complimentary bomb as I'm leaving. Pretty sure this reaches, it does. Don't even need to go there. I feel like that force stinger is a waste of time unless you're using inkjet and instantly going back by getting in the water or running out of time. But that's more of a desperate situation. Or a move of desperation. Yeah, boss phoners can be annoying because of that. Too much slaying, not enough egg running. It has to be a balance. It's especially worse in freelance because the freelancers tunnel more often than usual. So here, you can see it was a move of desperation. But that guy got it in anyway, so it's cool. So in that situation, one egg was needed. There was an egg in front of me, but there's a scrapper and some molasses, so I used bombers to make sure the way was clear to the egg so that I can get back to basket as soon as possible with it. And I end up doing that. But like I said, that the other player managed to get it on time, so that was good of them. So we gotta go collect eggs now. That's why this way as well. That player was kind enough to turn the scrapper. I noticed that more with Japanese players. I don't know about everyone else's experience, but I feel like that's the case. Yeah, at this point I knew we won. I can't read kanji, so I have no clue what they're saying. I'm gonna guess it has to do with the stinger. Power help? Stinger help? Here I tried to kill the scrapper using only bombs. I managed to do that before, where I used 3 bombs to kill a scrapper using a tangled up eel. Yeah, I know that by now, bitch. So here, 2 down, 2 scrappers, 1 eel, bomb was needed. Oh no. Yes, I was. You wanted to forget about it that bad. Oh, high tide fog. So I have no idea what these names mean. Back when I talked with Puccino, he did say something like, sometimes if a Japanese player doesn't know what to name themselves, they'll just put like one letter for the entire name repeatedly. I don't know how true that is though. Yes, you're gonna make it look like a Japanese stream, but it's not yet. To unaware viewers. So you get to see something pretty cool happen. Let me reverse. So I tried to get the one cycle, I managed to get the indirect and one direct, but I think the torpedo landed the extra damage needed, so I didn't need the one cycle anyway. You wanna try playing on the Japanese overfishing server? I want to too, but I can't speak Japanese. So here you can see it's not damaged. But it wants torpedo and it dies. I don't see anyone else shooting at it. Unless it was a desync. Oh, that reminds me. Puccino gave me an invite link to a Japanese Salmon Run server, but I accidentally joined one of the voice chats, and I didn't know how to leave it, so I just left the server entirely because anxiety. And I don't have the invite back. I don't know if that's actually anxiety. Not that familiar with the terminology. So I see that person going over there. I think I can rely on them to do that. Yeah, I panicked. This is looking kinda rough. The Japanese overfishing server people? Is that who you're referring to, JX? If I can find the link, actually I can just ask for the link if needed. I'll try joining it later if I remember. So yeah, I missed the hit kill that time. They're doing a good job of killing. 2 ears, this looks like a problem. I leave the mouse to that guy. Because at this point I kinda trust these people. These players. It's wave 3, so I just put it right there. another way because all things are falling up. How do I give you mod? But hey, my stream was popular enough to get an advertiser. So that's cool. You don't have to be mod. Imagine I accidentally ban you because of that. So this guy tries the wall, that's cool. I think I do something noteworthy in this wave. Yeah, maybe the eggs can be gotten through the grate. I haven't done it though. Yeah, what are the options? So you have ban, timeout, and mod. Okay. So you have the mod option right next to timeout and ban. Alright. So it's not this wave that I do something cool. Yeah, I feel like over time, some things just get less cool. Like the steelhead fall off stuff. The more normal it becomes, the less cool it is. At the start, I'd probably be like, wow, I managed to kill a fly fish in its first cycle with 2 bombs in time. But now it's like normal. Yep, I killed the fly fish. Moving on. Two steelheads. I should deal with that with Wobbler. Don't know why I don't do it. Oh look! Weighing the steelheads. That was unnecessary. Could have just killed it. Instead of staying at basket and doing nothing. So yeah, that was lame. Should have just killed them. What is this? Oh look, watch the roller. Yeah, basically it's this entire wave. Should have known the Mars was on me, I heard it. Again, throwing a bomb as I'm leaving. Because by the time I get back, I already have another bomb ready. I even throw it to get some ink down, because why not? Get chip damage while I can. Can you bomb it? No, you can't. So I didn't go for the eggs because I saw the scrappers coming up. They'd get in the way. Wait, did that not? I must have hit the wall instead of the propeller. But even then, there should be a trail of ink, right? From that distance. Not sure what this person is going for, so I just kill it here. Suspected it would cycle there, so I kill it. Here, I thought they'd hit it, but they didn't. So that's why I only sloughed at it once. I feel like my play is getting more sloppier now. 2 eels, that's a problem. Probably shouldn't have gotten the Mars, because that's one more thing on me. How quickly do I get tired? I don't know. I haven't really measured it. Yeah, bomb was because I had no bomb for the Mars and I wanted to get killed as soon as possible. Here, I overestimated the Drizzler. And also underestimated the bomb range. Usually things nowadays that I die to are things I didn't expect, rather than like, oh, there's too much eels, that sort of stuff. Like, oh, I died because I didn't expect that to turn that way. So that basically tells me I need to work on expectation and knowing how things are gonna play out. Will the scrapper go up this way or that way? Will it turn here? How far is the bomb going to affect me? That will also help me plan ahead as well, because I know what's coming. In the near future at least. So Mars, here was some expectation. I expected the Mars to come out and eat the bomb if I immediately bombed the flyfish. So I waited until the Mars attacked, so it wouldn't eat the bomb. Here, that's a nice way. Surprised I let the top fly? When was that? Okay, so here... I'm going here. But yeah, at that point I was just focused on getting back to basket. Because I knew we had enough eggs at basket with the amount of bosses we had there. At the most for the pack. Oh, that one? Oh wait, let's go a little bit more. So I don't think it's this one, but that one. Yeah, I just wasn't focusing on it. Could have shot it. Definitely could have shot it. Could have just quickly turned and hit it. At this point I'm at 800 I think, or 820? I must be at 820 because the next game I lose. Spoilers. Yeah, it's probably best to just kill the still hit. Oh look! Opportunity. But it doesn't work out, as you'll see. Because it was desynced with someone else, and they got the kill. So it landed down there. And that was dangerous. See, I clicked that, but I didn't post it. Exactly, JX. Yeah, this time I shoot the torpedo. Where did I jet through? Yeah, I have no clue. So yeah, here, I'm gonna keep playing because I remember something else happening during the time here. So yeah, all three of them are dead. An eel is behind me. A bunch of lessers are in front of me. So I jump in the water to delay the death timer. And we won. Yeah, I wasn't dealing with the wall of lessers as the rapid blast did though. I'd rather drown. Which is true figuratively and literally. Here we can lure the Drizzler a little more. And it lands by basket. So little things like that that you can notice that you can do is great. That way was a good one. Do we have two scrappers? Yes we do. I mean not scrappers, two eels. Yeah, sometimes that happens, Jax. The torpedo just doesn't go in the direction you want it to. Or expect it to in this case. I don't know what terms everyone else's uses for the difference in killing the Drizzler torpedo, or killing the Drizzler with the torpedo, or just shooting it away. Well, I've always thought it was for myself. I've said reflect kill and deflect as shooting it away. But that can be a bit confusing to others because they sound pretty much the same apart from the first letter. No, not in this session, because whenever I tried it, it just didn't work out. So that's something I could do next time. So when I'd fall and roll against the wall, for the first half, it wouldn't paint. But the second half it would, and by that point it's just better to just paint it normally. Yeah, that's something I can practice to later. Do I try the still hit thing? No, I don't. Yep, this is the big mess up. I was expecting the still hit to shoot earlier, but it didn't because I was higher as it said. Wait, for that last 20 seconds, did we not get an egg in? Let's see what happened. So, I do a inefficient shot here because I didn't expect the still hit to not fire. We're at 9 quota right now. Okay, there was one down over there. There's one coming up from the docks. That's one egg. That's another egg. That person fell down. Okay, let me switch to the overfishing footage now. Okay, I got one of them. This time I recorded in separate videos for each ship. I don't auto delete links. You can't do that. I mean, I figured you can, I just don't know how yet. I don't remember what the score was. I have to look that up later. Oh, you can see the video name when in full screen. So basically, I named this video 53 Gorillas because we got a 53 on it. Yes, normal code. What's the corner tech? I wasn't aware of that tech at this point. That's something to do in the future though. I think this is the gorillas, yeah. So this is a good spawn because we can just kill it right here and climb up the wall. I kinda skimmed over the normal tide. So here, kill it at this wall now. I should have stayed up as loose so that it got the stun earlier. The eggs don't have to be won immediately, that's why. While I'm reviewing it now, Hawken. And here we can see the gorillas coming up the other side. You can see my change in direction here. I thought we needed to get the eggs, but I'm spruce, so... And I was too late. I'm surrounded by small fire. I decided to just go back up. So here was another change in direction. So in a previous discussion in a server, we basically reviewed we privately reviewed the 194 from a previous session with me, Samit, Sess, and Ricardo, I think. And basically, I brought the gorilla toward everyone else. So, right there... Okay, I'll talk about it after. Here's where things get a little messy. Let's go back to where I did the turning thing. Was it turning? No. Okay, let's wait a little. I think it was here because I'm targeted right now. So Hawkins over there and someone else is over there, so I go to the other side so the tail turns toward them instead of because I'm the one targeted. Here, I could have killed this sooner as Spruce. As the Spruce, you have to be on the gorilla as soon as possible at the best timing. So here, I dissuade because of the other gorilla coming up, and I knew I was gonna get in the way. I didn't expect it to be brought up at that moment. So basically, I wanted it to be lured away so we could get the last 2 eggs and hit the 55, but it didn't happen. Yeah, there's a lot of rate on the Spruce in this rotation, I think. But the Charger relieves some of it. Because it can do over half the damage in an instant. I was definitely late as the Spruce to a lot of the gorillas. Could have been killed earlier. Or even stunned earlier. The killing is not that much of an issue It's the stunning I think is more important. Or as important, not more important. Double eel, kinda messy, good way. Yeah, I see the stinger, immediately go for it. Also, we weren't voice chatting this session, so I made sure to go back to get the last aid. Do some chip damage to the steel head while I was there. Almost got hit by the missiles. Don't know why I go for this late kill, or late cripple, because I also end up taking a scrapper away. Also, unnecessary splashdown. This splashdown was better. How many flyfish were left? It feels like there were 2 at least. So we have... Okay, my screen was shaking a lot there. 1 full, 1 half, 1.5. So that's the effect that even just 1.5 flyfish can have at the end of the wave. Okay, let's look at another thing. Okay. So you may have just thought briefly there, 69 high tide. Thanks. I didn't really want it to show me going through folders and stuff. Here we let the scrapper come up. Kill the steelhead, go down because of the blast. Yes, obligatory, nice. Here, same spawns, so that's kind of messy. Ideal to let the scrappers up, which we do. I know I have hard aggro on one, so I stay up. And here, 2 flyfish, that's a problem. It's a good thing if Fahim jetted here. But there's also 2 stingers there, so I just wait for them, but it's too late. Make sure we get the horn eggs. I feel like as loose, I shouldn't be the one gathering the horn eggs, but rather dealing with the stuff at basket. Because Spruce is more efficient at doing that. Killing eels, killing scrappers, even shooting maws. You can't really do as much with the other weapons. Wait, was that the 69? No, that's the 55. Okay, let's go back just a little. So we have 2 drizzlers. We can lure both here, but we end up standing too close to the other one. But we end up killing both anyway, so that's cool. Here we have another one jumping. I don't booyah because I assume we see that already. At least Fahim did, because he and I were closer to it than the others. Here I could have gone for the farther eggs down the ramp, because now there's an eel there, and now I can't get it. So 2 eels is always the best. Here, I didn't expect to go on the rail. Let's do that again. So I don't actually... Oh yeah, I did jump, never mind. There was another moment in this session where I kinda just automatically went on the rail at a certain angle. So here, another death by something unexpected. So here you can see the ramp ends here, right? And you expect there's actually a ceiling here. But in actuality, the ceiling ends a little before this ramp. So I was standing here thinking I'm protected by the ceiling, but I wasn't because there was no ceiling in that spot. You can see right there, I looked up because I thought, wasn't there a ceiling there? And there wasn't. So here's the high tide, the second one, the better one. 2 drizzlers. I feel like we could have just killed one of them easily. We end up killing this one because the eel is blocking the other one. Here, turn the scrapper toward faster. But it didn't really matter anyway. Make sure I get the snatcher. Here, pop the bomb launcher because I had no ink. And another Mars came anyway, so that's cool. Here I pop another bomb launcher, I think, because I see the Mars and the fly fish. Here, escape. Escape. Bomb. Escape bomb. Was riskier than it needed to be. Okay, we managed to get the last 2 eggs on this side, which is good. That way handles the fly fish. I don't think we'll be getting those other 3 eggs because that's pretty late. Late fly fish spawn. So yeah, that last fly fish was the last 3 eggs. Let's look at things a little more here. This time I want to keep track of the eggs and their locations. So 3 eggs there, we get it immediately. 3 eggs, that ramp. 3 eggs at the intersection. 6 eggs at the ramp. Still 6 eggs at the ramp, nothing changed. I'm not counting basket eggs because I know for sure they'll get collected. Okay, so So we're doing a good job of getting the eggs while the direction is different. Because I mentioned before that it's a pain to have to push back the salmonids and collect eggs at the same time. So right here it's more convenient to go when there's no Sarmate spawning there. Here, I think there's just a lot of spawns here, maybe? Let's go back a little more again to 49 seconds. Okay, so there will be 4 spawns coming from here. And another 4 spawns came from that same direction, so that's a little unfortunate. So that's 8 bosses stacked on top of at the shore. And the last 28-second spawn was the flyfish, which is all the way on the other side on grapes. Also, before the 8 spawns, did we have other eggs here? Up, video player messing up. So there's 5 eggs. 3 eggs left. 2 eggs left. I think they all get collected except for 1. No, I think it gets collected in the end, so... No, it doesn't. There it is. So there's 8 boss eggs, 8 bosses worth of eggs, and that 1 extra egg. So that's a ton of eggs there. And during the entire time those 8 bosses were spawning there, it was hard to get the eggs as well. And we also had those 2 5-fish eggs to get that Spoxon I got. Oh yeah, those 2 got closer, so that's 6 bosses, actually, plus the 1 egg. Okay, next clip. So here we have 169 Nightless. Forgot what waves we got. I think we got all 3 wave types. So here's the low tide. Here's a fly fish, we gotta go after it. I see they go after it, so I stay at basket. And then go ahead to early kill the stinger. Turn it for the teammates. Go for the stinger. And there's another stinger. I stay a little back to get the snatcher, because snatchers were quite a problem in this session. I've always been noticing, well not always, I've often noticed snatchers getting away with eggs and I'm too late to get them. See, that snatcher got away with that 1 egg I was trying to protect earlier. I thought it was gonna get picked up by someone else, but it didn't. Maybe voice chat would have been useful here. to ping the exact location. Here's high tide. So here you can see I'm focused on the snatcher. A lot of eggs on the left. We have to get those one. So we have all lower bows over there. I feel like possibly we could have just lured all that and collected the eggs on this side. Did a snatcher just get away? No, that's empty. Empty-handed snatcher. Probably could have shot the torpedo instead because the scrapper probably would have been stunned and it wouldn't matter. Those fly fish were in awkward positions as well. Here, it's kind of annoying because the lessers are in the way of the eggs. So getting them earlier when there were no spawns from here would probably be more efficient. A long way. I can see you heading in that direction. Did you get it? I can't tell. Wait, I saw a snatcher heading that way? Okay, maybe not. Okay, maybe it wasn't gotten then. Okay, you know what, let's just go back. We have to figure this out. Oh, under the platform. Yeah, that's tricky to see from the angles I was at. Okay, I can see... Okay, there's two left. I can see you going down to get another one. And then you came back. That's where you head that direction. I think you're the Tetras. But you came back and you didn't have an egg as Tetras, so I think a snatcher then? I feel like if 3 of us went to go get it at the same time, we wouldn't have that problem. But maybe that would be putting too much on the spruce with what was happening. Two eels, always missing. Probably killed that too early. Because now it's all over there, snatchers can easily get the eggs. Here, I was so focused on getting the snatchers that I didn't think the Kohawk would stop all frontal movement. And they did end up getting away with it, so that was too early of a kill. It should be about time to use Splashdown. But I don't use it. Yol and Head coming up. Better Splashdown. That's not just the... okay. That's another one gone. That Scrapper is decent as well. I could have been better at Snatcher control and kill timing. And special timing. That one Snatcher stopped our 170. Okay, next clip. Okay, so for this video, it's labeled egg snaps, so this is perfect timing. Wait, is this the same? No, it's not. This is a different start. I don't know, I bombed the Mars. Oh, I do remember. It's because there was one time before in this same session that I bombed the Mars in that exact area, and the eggs landed on top. But that time it didn't. So I thought I could replicate it, but it didn't work. Spawn chains, let's get the eggs. Vehicle hawks, all I can. Right then this way for the stinger. I see Fahim going for it. No one else is going for it. So here I know there's still one egg left. And then I go back for it, got it in time. And there's a Snatcher that just got away. With one egg, I think. I think we had 59 on this, and that's pretty sad. Yep, that was the Snatcher. You can see I noticed it in the clip too. Eggs left unattended for too long. Despite all the spawns being on the other side. I think anyway. Maybe I was wrong. I always paint that little wall, just in case the jump kind of fails from there. Yeah, you can do Snatcher optimization there, but it's risky like you said. Well, dangerous, I mean. Here, you have a chance to go for the fly fish, you do. Here, 2 steel eels. It's pretty risky to go right now, so Spock's backs off. Okay. 2 stingers and 2 fly fish all in different areas. Pretty much covering the entire map. And there's another fly fish. So yeah, one side is clear. I could probably go for the far eggs at this point. And there's another snatcher. Got away with 2 eggs. Probably focused too hard on other eggs. I think we got a 50 on normal tide. Something in the 50s. We had several 50s this session, which was cool. Yeah, I decided to go up the ramp because I suspected the mouse was gonna paint the wall. I don't think this flyfish gets killed, so I just keep over it. Quite a few stingers in play. Yeah, I thought there was time to go for the stinger, but hadn't realized that there were 2 scrappers. So they come up late. There should be a scrapper behind. Okay, maybe not. I think they went up the other way. So yeah, 52. Pretty big snatcher problems on my end. Though it's probably not healthy to just blame myself. Okay, next clip. So here's a 173. I rolled too much there. Was at risk of getting killed. Yeah, I decided to go for these eggs first because I thought they were more important. Yeah, I wanted to try that reflect kill, but for some reason it misses, even though it looked lined up perfectly. So far we got all the 4 eggs, but more spawns. Handled well. And I think the flyfish just kept spawning at that point. Here, I didn't expect the champ to hit instantly after that. So I died. Here I was just late on everything. And also didn't expect the Mohawk to hit me as it's falling. So more unexpectedness causing me deaths. There I tried to paint the way for other teammates before depositing my egg. Yeah, on this session and the last session we had on yard, my special usage has been really subpar, if that's the right word. And here, I think Spox mentioned it in his own stream, that being splooshed on this side was probably inefficient. On the left side, I mean, because of its short range, and the spawns being a bit further than the right side. So I think Charger would have been better here, because I would be able to reach like that. I wasn't able to reach because I was L3. But Charger would have been able to. I don't actually hear many bombs being thrown either, so maybe that's another thing that can help. I don't hear bomb explosions. Yeah, that's what Samit said. You basically have infinite ink. Because you're always running eggs. Yeah, heat at the moment stuff. A lot of things running through your head at once. Sometimes that specific wall wasn't painted as well. Like usually I determine what wall to paint, what walls to paint, based on where I spawn. But maybe not everyone does that. And maybe it should be something I communicate later. Like, if I spawn here, I'm gonna paint this wall and that wall. If I spawn here, I'm gonna paint this wall. If I spawn there, I'm gonna paint those walls. If you know what I mean. It doesn't really make sense for one person to just go all the way across when they can just paint the wall right next to them. Here I hear a steel hit, but I don't know where it is. Here I just killed a there. Typical, get the 4 eggs and go. Hopefully someone got the other one, I think Hawken did. The splashdown was mostly meant for the Drizzler. Should have been up to date with that steel hit. Not up to date, but rather on the prowl? Again, I'm not good with terminology. So, we got 173 there. Next clip. Okay, this one we had voice chat. Hawken, you streamed this, so I'm sure it's fine.
Funny. Look at it tap.
So funny. The first message from the raider right after the raid immediately timed out.
Yeah, I usually have my bot like a bit lenient too. Like I don't haven't actually like time people out.
Honestly,
But-
normally it just gives a warning. I'm
Yeah.
surprised it just went all in.
Stinger.
Yep.
Had enough, man.
So here I stay back at the
Just
basket
jump
as the
back,
E
but I
leader.
guess it's okay if
Yeah,
we
it's cool,
stall.
it's cool, it's cool.
Torpedo control because I have the range,
So,
and really nothing else to shoot either.
Bring this in.
I didn't shoot that one because it at that current angle
okay,
I would have killed
jumping
it.
from both sides.
Yep.
Flyfish also on both sides. I'm gonna move out for this flyfish. I can
Okay.
probably get this side.
Let's go. This is Jizzler at
Pretty
basket.
risky, didn't need to be risky.
Yeah.
Ready to kill flyfish on the
Flyfish on the
back.
flyfish on the left.
This
Drizzler
is
also
already
jumping
messy.
to basket.
Didn't
We
have
have to
to kill
start.
it there.
Okay, I was gonna say those steelheads on the right should start getting alerted, but they're killed.
Our stuff.
Get a Mozzie to Drizzler torpedo.
Okay, now these steelheads. Let's back up.
Bad positioning, made the still hits
kill
go
me.
up.
Nice. Okay.
Didn't have to shoot because I saw the splash zone.
There is a scrapper coming.
Oh, it's 2 mods in play. Second mod still alive. I have no bomb for it.
Oh, I can't go out there, Hawken. That's just you.
Mod
Okay.
still alive. I have no bomb still. Alright, thank you. Alright, it's fine, it's fine.
I was too late to react to that, Hawken.
I feel like a lot of
Alright.
bar eggs went gotten, but I can't really do much as E leader in that regard.
Another move tide.
Okay. Deal from right.
Do you think we can early kill this?
I
not
let
anymore.
them- I wouldn't know.
Just a chain of eels. Just
Yeah.
Yeah,
eels.
that's
Long
what I
eel.
mean.
It's like, why not?
Even if we could.
Eel
it-
depot.
Did he just say illegal?
We can get the fly fish on the next
Yeah.
cycle when it's closer.
I got
Awkward
it, dude.
angle.
That's my
I was
rules.
hoping to go for the white launcher.
That's it. It doesn't get any better than this, and I just didn't grab bag for it.
This left flyfish is
They
close.
will be
Let's
jumping.
kill it.
One more cycle.
Try and kill this left flyfish.
We got it,
Alright,
we got
now back up for the Jizzler.
it. On both sides, actually.
Alright, that's fine, that's fine.
That last egg needs to be gotten.
Get out of here, please.
I don't think I've noticed bombs being thrown at
Yeah, try and
that
kill the steelhead.
stinger either.
Or, you know,
That's fine, that's fine.
e-leader. I had the aim, I did.
With this specific team, I don't think
Hey, we have a joke.
we throw bombs
Okay,
often at that
okay,
stinger.
That works, that works. 2 steelheads left. Those can come a bit closer.
So there's a bunch of fire eggs.
Alright, let's go for him
Kill
now.
the steelheads.
Have no time.
Come on, dude, fire.
Kill him. Alright.
I'm dead. No, no, no. Beam, beam, beam.
Okay. Meme.
Beam. The like. I wanted to put my egg in, but I saw you guys.
I think I was at
the-
basket for most of
egg,
that
so I
game,
was like, I can't walk
despite
away,
being
so I
carbon.
dragged the beam to you guys.
I just heard meme, like.
Oh.
I guess the stingers are kind of a meme in a way.
Yeah, yeah.
I think the eels are definitely the meme. Just
For
So yeah, a
us,
lot of
eels are
stuff
good.
was happening at basket.
I've had more eels spawning to
Speaking of
cover
the
than
meme.
snares.
Okay, so this, I think this is the game where we had constant fly fishes on all
There's a flyfish
sides,
takedown opposite.
Okay.
but I think we end up doing pretty well despite that. So here, I want to get back to see if there's another egg to get from that one, but there wasn't, so I go for these instead. I wanted to pick up the stinger
Yeah, they
egg,
just keep respawning,
but
it's kinda
accidentally
funny.
picked up the fly fish
Two
egg.
eggs opposite. I got one. I got
So now I'm kind
maybe we
of
shouldn't be
committed
killing
to
them,
getting
like,
the last fly
triple-
fish eggs with Hawk in there.
Imagine they go like start crippling flyfish because what the hell? That was like 6 in a row.
No, I think we're fine.
I
It's
just got
just
the sixth
unlucky.
one.
That's all.
Here, getting eggs or luring
let's
the
try
other
and kill
stuff.
Stuff at basket. Stinger out
Yeah,
in
the
the
seven-
back is still alive.
Two still hits coming from low
Yeah, stinger out back.
So here I called out the two still hits coming from low tide, and so we get this with this stinger.
Triple scrappers.
Fucking get
So that was a
I can
good
do
time
that
to get
damage.
the eggs on that side.
Try and clear this stuff here.
Someone turn scrappers for me.
And bomb rushing. Try and focus eggs.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I'm still alive.
Don't worry about him. Someone get
Good kills, eggs. Tons of eggs. I can get basket eggs, don't worry about these. Just focus fire. Still one. Alright, nice.
So we got 55 despite all those early fire spawns. So that was cool.
Clean.
Because all the rest of the eggs were the 7 flags.
Okay.
I had more eels spawn.
So yeah, all 3 fly fish at the start on all sides.
Than I think I have ever had.
I think we did well running the 4 eggs and dealing with the fire spawns at the start. And that's what made the endgame easier.
It's all.
You noticed at the end as well, there were basically no fly fish missiles or stingrays at the end. That's because we dealt with them early on.
Spawning. This is kind of funny.
Two eggs opposite. I got one.
Maybe we shouldn't be killing them. Like, cripple this one. I don't know. Actually, go, like...
Okay, next clip. Yeah, that endgame was really satisfying to see. Sent to Stinger, I think. Oh wait, this is a different session. So basically, after our session, I played with Sev, Ibri, and Zing. So here, I overestimated the carbon and died because of it. I was also a host this game, so you're gonna see, this session with these 3, so you're gonna see me get basket eggs more often. I probably should have gone for that fire egg. I can just get these eggs later. Two stingers. Yeah, I should have checked, and I did. But there was also a wait. The way finish off that last stinger may have not been worth it though, for a whole wait. Yeah, I should have just gone for that other egg earlier. I usually find that going for the closest eggs as soon as possible in some cases to be less efficient, and by the end it's too late to go for the farther eggs. Yeah, I tried to not make the same mistake of overestimating my weapon's killing capability, so you saw me back off a bit there. So I decided to go at Seb because they this raid, and I suspected that they would follow, and we get 2 eggs out of there. Still 1 egg left, I think. So yeah, there's 1 egg left, but it's too late now. There's a bunch of eggs there that needs to be gotten. Yeah, this is... I find the least advantageous spot to be when there's eels and scrappers. Because they can only go as far as that ramp, they can't go any further, and so the eggs are further away. And that was a weird death. I didn't expect that to happen. I clipped it, but again, I didn't post it. Yeah, I wasn't sure what was happening or what was going to happen. So I kinda just stood behind the scrapper when I shouldn't have. We somehow got 56 though. Or not somehow. My teammates did well. At the time I felt not really that great about it. But we got 56 though. So something I'd like to mention is that specific fly fish gets killed often at the first stage. So that's kind of, I think, the furthest it would be. After the first cycle, it comes closer to basket, and it's easier to get eggs that way. If there's multiple things going on, I feel like we can let that fly fish come closer, and then get it on the second cycle, instead of killing it at the furthest position. Yeah, this way for those eggs and the fly fish. Don't know why I'm circling around. Probably unsure of what to do right now. Yeah, useless movement. I jet for these things. Don't move forward, there's missiles. Too late to get the steelhead. There was a way out there, but I was too late to react. Yeah, these past two sessions I wasn't the strongest I could have been, I think. Too hesitant, too undecisive. Which is basically the same thing actually.
I think that was a really
Okay,
good
back
idea.
to this group.
High
This
five.
was the game with the weird guillotines.
Remember night waves? I guess we did get that fog.
We still don't have high tide fog
See
yet,
ya, Jax.
but we are on a different seed now, though, or a different set of seeds.
Stinger.
I
1, 2.
here.
I'll go over for the last one.
Here, I'm staying at basket as E-leader.
Make that jump.
I couldn't make it. I thought you could make that. Like I totally did that on purpose, but like
Got away. Well,
It's kind of awkward.
I see an eel coming. I know that's my next priority.
Yeah.
oh
it's,
nice, dude.
It's a bit
Nice.
thrown off now. The
Again,
balance.
disadvantageous
I'm
position.
fine then.
Going early.
oh,
Not the best place to kill the eel there. I should have just went across to the other ramp and let the eel closer to basket.
Maybe.
I stood in that
you
beam
bomb it,
because I knew it was going to end before I
There was
died.
an eel in front that ate my bomb.
Or I suspected so
I
at
threw
least.
the bomb before I saw the eel.
Here, next target
Watch
is
missiles.
eel. But I end up going for the stinger instead.
what hit me into there?
Lots of rain.
Wow, last spawn flyfish.
Watch the missiles. Just of course, try and move slow. Yeah, just move slow. Careful with missiles.
Lots of rain.
Wow.
Here, maybe it was possible to
Yeah.
get that drizzler.
Yeah.
I think we definitely had the time to,
early wave.
if we got the
was a bit
landing.
rough there, but I think you guys know that.
Yeah.
I don't have to say anything really.
To be fair, I took a death. I just wanted to experiment with something, and I just took a death.
There's also another thing you can notice is that I don't say anything at all.
I don't really think it's any faster.
It was kinda late in this session
Yeah,
and I couldn't talk that much.
It's just more consistent. And
I also
like,
need
less
to
rain
still work out my
practice,
voice
people
chatting as well. So that's 2 things on top of each other. So 2 fly fish, 1 stinger, that's already a problem.
Alright.
It's
Still
not
a-
dealing with it that's so much of a problem, but it's getting the eggs that they'll drop.
Some of these far spawns, I guess.
And there's another stinger. Here, I tried to get the egg through the eel wall, but it didn't work this time.
Stingers over there, but I know they're the steelheads first. Maybe Jet.
I have a drop, but it's a bit late. Alright. Going for the stingers now. Alright, got him. Third stinger, right?
Yep.
It's about time to lure those on the left, so I go to the
Alright,
right
nice,
with
nice.
the others.
Steelhead left.
Oh,
There's their jumping. Right.
soften the yield. Okay, it's,
So yeah, 3 eels coming.
I can't like move on to the right.
Try and lure the right still.
Oh, and a steelhead.
It's an aggro.
Should have seen that eel coming.
Of the eels.
Yeah, let's try and get the eels out of here. Try and focus all the eggs on the left. Tons of eggs.
God.
Alright. That's fine, that's fine.
What are our specials?
I have
way.
1 jump.
That's splashdowns.
I have 2 bomb launchers. Yeah, I wanted to do a special check just in case, so we know what we're dealing with.
Be quick with that 5th egg. Yeah, I couldn't grab it.
I'll go for it after.
Okay.
Got it.
Nice.
Other side. Making sure to bomb as junior because I have high ink
Getting the
efficiency,
splashdown, yes.
Okay.
meaning I can shoot a lot more even after throwing a
I
bomb.
got the second one stunned, so you're
That's
fine.
fine.
I was so happy.
Nice.
Oh, watch out. with death.
Res?
Yeah, Liz, I can't. Sorry.
Here, expected the bomb to hit,
Got
but
any
as a
rays?
wall of small fry, and I fell down.
Are you guys
Small
seeing
fry, what the?
So here's the
what's
desync
happening?
that
gorilla
happened.
got stuck on nothing.
Wait, what?
So the griller on me is the one that
I
got
don't know what's
desynced.
I
happening.
think these are major desync, right? They have to be.
So it's not actually where, I mean, not everyone is not seeing it where I'm seeing it, so it's in different locations for everyone. On their screen, it was turning and twisting in one place for a while.
Far side, far side.
Okay. Shut in.
Here, I thought it would definitely get killed, but it didn't. Or not killed, stunned. So that's why I walked in front of it there.
Dude,
Oh no.
Yeah. Yeah, I was expecting that.
So that desync kind of threw everything off.
Gorilla that was where I am right now. Was that there for everyone else?
Yeah. Okay, next video.
No dogs, head empty.
Yeah.
So another high tide as E-leader.
That little corner just.
No, yeah.
I have the video labeled as high tide E-leader, so it should be good E-leader play.
Stinger.
Yep.
Let's go.
I hope
You might-
anyway.
Yeah, we.
It's okay, it's okay.
Yeah, it's cool, it's cool.
Here, maybe I could have lured the steelhead by being the closest to it after
no,
everyone
I need
left.
to- you know, I need to consider it. If I keep that, if I manage to keep that platform, you can just jump.
So
back
now
and
the next target is a steelhead.
instead of waiting for it.
And I see another steelhead, so I shoot this one first,
Steelhead on the other side.
get ready for the next one, and I got both.
Oh, double
There you go.
eels.
Okay,
Let's
2
go for the
eels.
stinger. Nice.
I should be able to deal with this as the lone E-leader.
Try and hold down the fort.
And here you can see why I think it's better to just stand across the other side as E-leader, or when positioning for stereos.
Alright, be careful of all the stuff coming from the outside.
But I end up killing one earlier
Awesome
than
play.
needed.
Good for Stinger.
I'm gonna
That's
bomb
good.
rush here.
Yeah, good eel kill. That torpedo, damn. Good kill on the Moz.
Here you can see pretty much everything at basket that came got
They're
wiped
jumping.
out.
Okay. Good.
Good teamwork and
Small by small fry.
I think good targeting on my part with the E-leader.
Yeah, try and focus like
Basically you
as best
just need
can.
to
Try
shoot
and get
once at
this eel outta
something and it
here.
dies. There you saw Snatcher escaped.
Nice go,
I
nice
popped
go.
both bomb rushes here.
Low tide ramp.
Should be, yeah, this, yeah, okay, nice.
So I got 51 of 60 eggs.
Just a few far eggs.
I think I handled
Otherwise,
basket
The reason I
well.
popped both bomb rushes, by the way, is because we got a triple Moz earlier.
No, yeah,
That starting stew hit probably could have been lured by just
Tested
being close
something
to
out
it.
at the end that worked alright. I probably didn't need to shoot as much as I did, but I just like kind of held the lift for myself while killing the Stinger.
Here I didn't notice it was low
Back
tide
faster.
for some reason.
Just there.
I'd be able to.
Paint up a bit.
Yeah, okay, nice. Yeah, that is so much easier with E-leader than with weapons.
Try and get these scrappers
Just
out.
kills.
Let's go, let's go.
Just left from left.
There's a steel eel coming up behind us.
Two Drizzlers jumping.
Steelhead.
Yeah, okay.
Drizzlers on the same side.
Yeah,
I
we
wonder
can
what to
back
do
up.
when there's two drizzlers coming simultaneously from both sides.
Yeah.
Another Drizzler coming.
What happened in this game is that
Let's
both-
try and get basket clean.
the second drizzler kept jumping from left and right.
Scrappers in place still.
There I wasn't expecting the scrapper from the left, so I died.
That's Draco.
I can jump.
And there, I was kinda expecting the carbon to be able to hit it with its width,
Yeah,
but it didn't.
Coming behind me.
Again, overestimating carbon.
I thought I would have been able to kill that eel. Got like nothing done there.
Missile launched in the air.
Yeah, I was
Could
trying
have
to
splashed
steal
down
on the
here.
flags. Steelhead is alive,
Yeah.
unfortunately. But... Taken out.
Torp.
Still
Again,
clean.
overestimating carbon,
Torp
should have just
blocked my
flicked.
shot on the steelhead. Did you see that?
It's pretty useless to roll
Yeah,
against
I saw
lessers
that.
with carbon.
Yeah, it happens.
It happens to me sometimes
annoying.
with flyfish too. Like the perfect drizzler missile to intercept the bomb for the flyfish.
Alright,
Alright, I have one ray.
I have one jet. This should be a clean nightless if we
I was painting the back.
Comedic timing.
Not a good sign.
yeah, yeah.
Get these eggs while the other three are getting those eggs, so that all the eggs are in. So here, I rely on Hawken to get the eel timing in.
Drizzler on the far island. It's gonna get stopped.
Didn't need to be there
Try to
if I was relying on him.
Okay.
People behind us from low tide.
I go for the far egg because I'm junior. And a fly
Thank
fish,
you.
another stinger.
I'm like here, but don't be afraid to get.
We back off because there's a lot going
just
on
back
there.
up. The far island stuff is really.
Here, I
annoying.
suspect the scrapper was on me, and it was, so
Good option.
I try to turn it, but the E-leader is actually behind me.
The stinger on the
Here's when a desync happens, because after this, Hawkins said that if I recall correctly, the scrappers were right near him, but on my screen it wasn't, as you saw there.
Jesus, dude.
So yeah, desyncs are always fun.
Yeah.
Here, not handling the situation well.
Wow.
3 down, 3 down.
I got Reiko, but I might die here.
Here, I was expecting the steel hit to just instantly start attacking, but it didn't because of my iframes, I think. Invincibility frames. and so it didn't notice me until
that could have been
after
a
it
super
wore
good
off.
nightless, but the far spawn's kind of
Yeah, more
destroyed us there. Let me look back at
That steelhead, like right at the end, where I died to that steelhead, I think probably my mistake was I might have
I think that's all the clips for now.
right before and
Actually, no, there's one more. This is the 170 that we got this session. Unfortunately, I didn't record the 178 with Sev and Zing because I didn't hit record
I saw the black thing in the back, that cylinder.
accidentally.
just there.
Didn't hit it, which is unfortunate. Yeah, we definitely could have gotten the early kill. 5 fish left.
Yeah, let's go for it.
Yeah, I stayed closer to the drizzler just to make sure it jumps. Probably unnecessary though.
5 fish in the back. Yeah,
Jumps to basket, I mean. Yeah, make sure to go for the 4 eggs.
Bill left. Stinger in the back. Got Stinger.
We can lure this low tide steelhead. Cover.
You can see a snatcher made off with more eggs.
Kill the scarper.
Get rid of this.
Good flips. Oh, the eel blocked my shot. Try and focus eggs. We have lots of eggs here. On the
Just
ramp as
jumping.
well. I just focus the eggs. I'm done.
Dude.
Oh my god. Yeah, should have focused this just there. I think it would have been 3 eggs right by basket.
It's gotta be one of these, dude. It has to be.
I think this is seeking. No, it's not.
Grillers.
Get stats. It's a griller, yeah.
I forget what happens in this wave. Should have saved the bomb for the second griller.
Getting fries.
Yeah, that time when I stood in front of the griller, it did get stunned. Like I was expecting. It may be too risky though, so that's something to consider.
Kill this.
Far side, we have Ray.
I have
Oh,
Joe.
I'm about to raid. But I want to get the fries with the raid too, so.
I have carbon. Just let me.
Unoptimal pathing, but we already talked about
Stop
that
this right here. Yeah.
later.
Nice.
Oh no. Got fry push.
Here, I wanted to splash down when both of them was turned towards me
There he goes.
or stunned. But the other one wasn't stunned, so I didn't splash down. And so here, I wanted to splash down this
You
one.
can kill this last griller. Alright, just try and focus all the eggs you can.
We managed to get a 70 out of that.
I would say I didn't like that Stingray at all. Like it
Yeah,
resulted
yeah, I didn't like it.
the griller going up that path.
Yep,
And then
yep,
me
yep.
dying to it was kind of my fault. So I went for the kill when I should have just left it. But
That's cool.
It's gonna be probably mothership, isn't it?
so type frog.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was like, it
I
chose
think
me,
this
so
game we have a
I
lot
feel
of
like if it
one
fell,
goldies.
choose me.
It's detouring. I can lure the steelhead. There's a stinger on the right though.
Yeah, stinger and flyfish. We want to kill
Dagger.
flyfish. Oh my god, I did not mean to kill that snatcher. Or scrapper.
Alright. There's a left stinger now. I'm going. I'm like getting blocked by Cohawks though. Oh, thank you.
Make sure the Goldie is coming to basket, but it didn't really matter.
Got it.
Just thought I was time wasted.
Lost
Flyfish.
Holy.
That flyfish can be killed later at the closest
You
spot.
can try and load a steel hook.
There's the 1 egg. But that was a 10 egg.
Kill the steelhead next cycle.
Yep. Looking at it. Got it. I'm jetting.
Nice.
There's eels on me though. Alright. Just trying and get these goldies real close.
One
Nice
egg.
Back to rain, please.
Try and kill this.
One egg.
Wow. It's like 3 1-egg goldies. Try and kill these bosses.
Eels.
Useless splash down. Basket was in the way.
Eggs. Alright, this is still good considering we got that many 1-eggs.
A lot of useless specials for me this
stingers.
session.
Yeah.
Yeah, low tide, yeah.
Yeah, clean. I counted 3 1-egg goldies. And 1 ton.
I know there was 110, and I didn't hear anything. Like, I didn't hear, like, the 5 or the 10 noise ever again.
So,
Oh, I think that's our first 170.
yeah, I'm
Okay. So that's all the clips I have right now. So I think that this was a pretty good review stream, as it's also my first one. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you all later.